everything is coming at us 24/7 in real time?
Well, I hold an unpopular view, which is that public-spirited fictions are essential to proper governance. The problem isn't that they're lying to us. The problem is that the lies are not public-spirited. They are not competent. They're not adult-level fictions, and they're not minimal. You want to lie as little as possible. A French philosopher once said that a nation is a collection of people that have agreed to forget something in common. So, in part, if you were to resolve the contradictions, let's say, in the United States First Amendment, you might find that you had no constitution. The problem is the nature of the lies, and they are not adult level. And I don't mean to boast on your program, but I have an IQ above 40, so I find this really distressing that I'm constantly asked to believe things that no child should be asked to believe.
I mean, you tweeted the other day about Ukraine and Putin. I can't tell you my position on US strategy in Ukraine if I don't know more. All I know is that in a democracy, I'm being lied to and pressured to support something I don't sufficiently understand. That's it. I mean, you could take that argument in 1939 and say, when Hitler invaded Poland, I don't know enough about it. I haven't been told enough about it by my government. Therefore, I can't take a position about Adolf Hitler. I would say that what Putin is doing in Ukraine is not dissimilar, actually, but his aspirations may not be quite as heinous in terms of global domination as Hitler. But I would say his aspirations are heinous. And I'm always surprised when people with your kind of intellect wrestle with any kind of quandary about Russian dictator invading sovereign democratic country and murdering loads of people and helping himself to loads of land, and why that shouldn't be in everyone's interest to repel.
Well, I would like to think that's because you misunderstand my position, okay. But it could be a failure of intellect on my part. We're in a very long-running post-Cold War strategy, where in 1999, I believe we extended Article 5 NATO status to Poland, which was not former Soviet Union, but was Warsaw Pact. I didn't have a problem at that point. I think it was in 2004 where we extended Article 5 status to Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. And at that point, I clearly felt that I didn't understand what we were doing. I believe that, Riga is within 1,000 miles or kilometer, I don't even know, of Moscow. And, because the Cuban Missile Crisis was very much top of mind during the part of the Cold War that I saw and its aftermath, I very well remember the concept of American spheres of influence, that Cuba was not considered a sovereign nation that could choose to do whatever it wanted because it was simply too close to the United States. I think that in part, it's the desire to only put on one pair of glasses, one set of lenses. The sovereign nation lens clearly suggests that Putin is a madman and that his crossing of the border of Ukraine, it's a slam dunk. So it's not that I don't understand your point, but then again, there's another set of glasses, which is the spheres of influence glasses. And that says that, in fact, powerful nations like Russia have concerns that don't have to do only with their exact borders. And if you look, for example, at a time lapse of the borders in Central and Eastern Europe, you'll notice that they've been fluid for forever. If every time there is a border readjustment, we go to the brink of nuclear war, that's game over. Furthermore, there are very complicated relations in Central and Eastern Europe, and I don't think that Americans are particularly adept at discussing them. And forcing us to say Slava Ukraine as a slogan